Thank you for listening to One Mind Dharma's guided meditations. To subscribe to our podcast with weekly meditations, you can visit oneminddharma.com/weekly or listen on our new mobile app at oneminddharma.com/app or by searching One Mind Dharma in the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. Today we're going to do a practice in self-forgiveness. Although not a traditional Buddhist heart practice, this is an important practice that can help lay the foundation for all of our other practices. As we cultivate a heart that can forgive and be kind to ourselves. So you can allow the eyes to close and find a comfortable posture. I recommend keeping the back upright, the spine straight and energized if you can. And you can use the breath to help with this process, just breathing in a sense of energy or alertness, reaching the back and head up. And as you exhale, letting go. Exhaling with kindness, allowing the shoulders to drop, allowing the belly to soften. Breathing in this way that's both kind and mindful, aware of the breath and the body, and also gentle and encouraging. Forgiveness is a practice. It's not something that we're always able to do all at once. So as we move through this practice, allowing yourself space to not forgive. The intention here is to forgive as much as we're able in this moment. If you don't forgive yourself completely, it doesn't mean you're a bad person or a bad meditator. Working with what you have where you are and setting the intention right now just to forgive yourself a little bit more. Forgiveness is opening the heart and letting go of any resentment. It doesn't mean we allow ourselves to cause harm again. It doesn't mean we're giving ourselves permission to act poorly. It simply means we're not going to hold on emotionally. We're not going to resent, which is Latin for to feel again. So you can bring to mind an image of yourself. And it may be helpful to use an image of yourself when you were younger. Whatever your age may be, picturing yourself when you were a little bit younger and maybe a little less knowledgeable or a little more innocent. I often use the image of me in my teen years when I was at the peak of my suffering. Perhaps there's a photograph that you know well of yourself. Finding what works for you, what image comes up. And tuning into this person that you brought up, this image of yourself. And as you look at it or imagine yourself, you can tune into all the various needs you had. Maybe needs that weren't being met. Ways in which you were experiencing some suffering. Regardless of what the cause of that pain or suffering was. We don't need to wallow in it, but just recognizing its presence. You may also tune into your wishes for this person to be happy and free, to be at ease with life. To not judge themselves so harshly, to not beat themselves up. And with this intention of cultivating a heart that is forgiving, we can offer them some phrases of forgiveness. And you can use whatever phrases you feel right, but I recommend picking just 3 or 4. I often use the phrases, I forgive you for any pain you've caused. I forgive you for any harm you've caused yourself. I love you, keep going. And these are just my phrases that I use. Perhaps something feels better for you. But picking a couple phrases like this with the intention of forgiving as much as we're able, recognizing that we don't need to find the perfect phrases that we have a strong emotional experience every time we say, but connecting with the underlying intention to forgive this person, this younger version of ourselves. I forgive you for any pain you've caused. I forgive you for any harm you've caused others. I love you. Keep going. Repeating these phrases, perhaps syncing them with the breath, offering a phrase on each exhale. And no matter how many times the mind wanders or falls into resentment or judgment or stories, knowing that that's normal, that's part of the purification process. Forgiving the mind for wandering and coming back to the practice with some gentleness. We don't need to strain or stress here, but to approach it with some kindness and ease. And for this last minute or so, you may try dropping that image of yourself when you're younger and coming to yourself as you are right here, right now. Switching the phrases 2. I forgive myself for any pain I've caused. I forgive myself for any harm I've caused others. I love you. Keep going. And working with ourselves like this as we sit here right now, offering forgiveness where we're at, connecting with this deeper intention, even if we don't feel it in every moment.